What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Brad, and as you can see, we are not in the game space. We are not in Swansea. We are on a last minute holiday in Bella Medina in the Costa del Sol. Yeah, booked this last minute, nice little break away. We're going to take a break from Operation N64 this week, but I am going to try and do a little bit of game hunting if I can. I'm going to keep an eye out, see any retro shops, any game shops, have a look around, see what we can see. Just a quick shout out to Mike at Mike's Shed for hooking me up with this t-shirt. This t-shirt is sick. Love this t-shirt. Cheers, Mike. But yeah, let's go. What is up, guys? Crappy voiceover Brad here. Yeah, quick little week away with the family and the Costas. Cheeky little holiday last minute. I wanted to do a little bit of game hunting while I was there. Did a little bit of research before I left, but the week didn't go as planned. But the first stop was this game. Now, I don't shop in game in the UK, so it was very doubtful that I would have bought anything here. But I wanted to see what their pricing was like, and it was pretty much on par. They had a nice pre-owned section here in the middle with a lot of PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox, Switch, loads of stuff pre-owned here in the middle, which was cool to see. I think the oldest they went was PS2, but just nothing really there. I don't know. If there was something I really wanted, maybe I would have picked it up, or maybe I wouldn't have. I'm not really sure. Nothing jumped out at me, but I was literally just looking in here just to see what the pricing was like, because I had plans in mind to go somewhere else where I might be able to find like a more retro, like kart-based games. But it's still kind of cool to see, and it was quite surprising. I thought the games would have been a lot more expensive, but they're pretty much on par, a couple of quid here and there. So yeah, quite surprised with that, if I'm honest. We then popped to this big, like a shopping centre. I think it's called La Cañada or something like that. And there was another game shop in there. So I did pop inside just to see if they had anything different, because there was a few PS2 games in the last one. Thought maybe they might have some more in here. And if there was, you know me, I love the PS2. If there was something, you know, like a mid-range or like a cheap title that I wanted, I might have picked it up here just to have it on the shelf. Sort of be like, this is a game I picked up while I was on holiday, if you know what I mean, just sort of like a memory attached to it. But no, unfortunately there wasn't anything else in here. I actually asked the person behind the till where I could go to find like retro games, like Super Nintendo, N64, that sort of thing, and they said to me, the internet. So it didn't look promising, but yeah, still kind of cool to go in there and have a look around. The game shops, I guess it kind of goes to show how lucky we are to have CEX, really. I know people knock it and it's not the perfect place, but without it, we'd be pretty stuck for places to go find in these retro games that we love to collect. So yeah, we're pretty lucky to have CEX. Not the perfect thing, but a great thing that we have that they just don't. I believe Spain does have a few CEXs. I think maybe 4 or 5, but such a huge country to have so few CEXs, it must be a struggle for collectors over there. But yeah, flicked through the games to have a little look. If anything jumped out at me, cheap little game or something, I might have picked it up. There's my boy having a look at the Wii and 3DS stuff here. I'm surprised he didn't go straight to the Switch stuff. But yeah, having a look at these Pokemon games, just checking the prices again, just seeing that, you know, they're pretty on par. I did expect them to be more expensive, but yeah, very surprised at that. Nice little Switch selection here. My boy didn't even look at it, which really surprised me. I also had a look at the other sort of stuff they sell. You know, they sell like merch and I saw a kind of cool like raccoon city police department hat, which I thought was kind of cool. Maybe I would have picked it up on a different day, but I didn't. So guys, this week hasn't gone as planned. The weather's been a bit funny, had a few rainy days. I've been sick for a couple of days. Managed to go to a few game shops. I managed to pick up some like promotional stuff from one of the supermarkets, which I'll show you guys later. We're in Estepona now. It's a couple of places we can try here for a bit of game hunting, but let's crack on. Now this is the shop which is a bit more me. This is like a pawn shop, like a cash converters, that sort of thing. And they had a nice glass cabinet here full of games, PS1 games as well. That's the most retro games that I saw when I was away. I did ask again if they had any like Mega Drive or any cartridge-based stuff, but they didn't, unfortunately. I think the only thing they had was a Sega Game Gear, but they had 180 on it. Not that I would have bought it, but when I said Sega, that's all he could show me. Again, I'm looking at the PS2 games. I love PS2. I'm going to have a look. I wanted to come home with a game, but just nothing really here. As much as it looks good and there's like a good, the games just weren't anything, if you know what I mean. I don't actively collect for the PS3 or for PS4 or anything like that. I will pick games up as and when I see them, but you know me, guys, I'm on the road for an N64 collection, Mega Drive, a PS2, PS1. They're the games I'm sort of like more looking for certain games for, if I'm making sense. They had a huge PSP selection here, and I actually picked one of these games up. There was actually a Spider-Man 3 there, which I should have picked up, because these are all £2.50 or €2.50, and I know Spider-Man 3 is like an £18 game. So that was a bit of a fail for me. And this was the Game Gear that I was telling you about. So guys, tomorrow we are going back home. And although this week hasn't gone to plan as we'd hoped, we've had some funny weather, a few storms, a few rainy days, but we've had a few banging days like today. Today is crazy hot. The sun is beating down on me. I was sick for a few days, which was a shame. I also, before we came, I researched a shop called Pixel Attack, which is up in Mijas, like up in the mountains. A really cool retro shop. Old games like memorabilia, toys and that sort of stuff. When I got here, I found out that it was closed until the 28th of October, which was a shame. But we managed to hit a few game shops, and then we also hit that Cash Creators, kind of like a cash converters, I suppose. And they had like a glass cabinet of games in there, Switch, Wii, PlayStation, Xbox, that sort of thing. I picked up just the one game from there, nothing crazy. But I picked up this God of War, Chains of Olympus. I paid €2.50 for it. It's about £2.30, something like that. It's like an £8 game in the UK, so not too bad at all. Plus, when I was in one of the supermarkets, I saw some like promotional stuff for the new Spider-Man game, and I thought I'm going to try my luck, see if they'll let me have this, and they did. I have to try and get it home now, but it is just like a big triangle stack thing. The top one is just black with the Spider-Man 2 on it. The bottom one has the Spider-Man 2 games with Spanish at the bottom there, and then the sides and a few screenshots from the game. It was pretty sick, so happy to pick them up. All in all, it's been pretty good. Had a great time with the family and that. Nice to get away. Nice bit of weather for the last day as well. But I thought I'd make a nice video, interesting video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, hunting somewhere different. And if you've enjoyed this video, as always, smash that like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and as always, be rad, stay rad, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.